right? So they're playing games. That's why I ain't make no plans with this job. They playing games. So tomorrow I gotta come. You can like, well, I mean, I know you don't know what I'm talking about. Some people who will be like, well, you don't know. Oh, matter of fact, Scooter Boy was back today. Scooter Boy was sitting over there when I first got home at about 3 o'clock. That's another thing. We left early, you know. It looked like he got a new scooter. I guess he wanted me to see it. You know how a little kid gets some new shoes. Hey, I got some new shoes, y'all. See my new. And we clown you in high school. Back in high school, now it's all good if you a real nigga and you get some new shoes. But some lame. It's not that no, you're lame and we don't want. No, get your new shoes. It's just the way you do it. And you're trying to act nonchalant. You finally got it, and you want us to see it, like you want to be down, like you ain't even gotta act nonchalant. It's like you're posing. Yeah, a poser. That's what the real. Matter of fact, I never said nothing about that. That's another thing they tried to change. You know, most of us watch. If you grew up in the '80s, was born in the '70s, so we can't. Even though Disney bought Marvel, and they didn't fucked up the Avengers and Spider-Man. It's lame. You know, Stan Lee been dead. The reason I jumped subjects right quick. Which one was it? And they was talking about Black Widow, right? And they were like, "Oh, you're a poser. You're a poser." And like I said, you know, I went to school in the '80s for a while, all white school. This is not. Yeah. Oh, that was another thing. They tried to say that like I was. That's not a brag. I moved from. I lost my. You know, I had to move. I'm a kid. I was a kid at the time. I had to move. Right. Your folks say we moving. They got to enjoy New York. But by the time I came along, and by the time it's the mid '80s, they doing what's the best for all of us, me included. Money, you know, cheaper, a good job, this and that, and it's a good job up north, the same job, but at the same time, it's a cheaper cost of living down south in Atlanta. You know, Roswell right outside Atlanta. But anyway, so I know what poser mean. Poser. So in recently, what was that? The Avengers movie? Poser. She literally started making like she was like, remember the Madonna song in the '90s, Vogue? See, remember it was supposed to be a joke. I'm like, that's not what poser mean. A poser don't actually pose. A poser means you wear all the gear, like Mr. Zog's Sex Wax, Vans skateboard shoes. You wear some Vans. You wear this and that, and you got your haircut. This is in 7th grade. They would call a fake skate. This is back in 1987. A fake skateboarder, a poser. Even this is nowhere near the ocean because Mr. Zog's Sex Wax is for surfboards. Ask me how I know all that, right? And so they would call each other pose. That, you know, I would say with a white boy accent when we was kids, poser. You poser, poser. They had names for each other. You know, this and that. That's what a pose is. But in the movie they had Black Widow actually like, you know, they was talking about the superhero pose when you land, superhero land. No, that's not a poser because it don't matter. But Black Widow don't actually have powers, right? But she has something that makes her part of the Avengers. So I don't care because, you know, there's jokes with Black Widow don't have no powers, just like Hawkeye. But Batman in DC don't have no powers. If you want to go there, Batman is just it's a couple of regular humans who are part of these different teams, whether it's the Justice League in DC or the Avengers and Marvel. They ain't got no superpowers. You know, Black Widow, Hawkeye, and then Batman and whoever else in DC, they ain't got no superpowers. So if she's actually doing things and being with the team, that's like a skateboarder. That's what they was called. That's why, because that means you just got a skateboard and you don't skate. You just standing there. You're not posing, taking pictures. You're not. Back then there was no cameras. There was none of that shit. You're not there. Well, there was not cameras. There was no cell phones. There was none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? You would have had to take pictures with a Kodak or something. There wasn't the, it's the 80s. So it wasn't about taking pictures. Now the regular is just you couldn't skate, period. That's what a poser is. It's not, it don't mean you was fucking posing, and letting somebody take pictures of you. That's what a pose. You're like, well, you're black. How you gonna tell white people I don't care? That's Democrat shit. These were my friends. I was in school with them. They didn't call me a poser because I wasn't a fucking poser. You know what I'm saying? Poser, that's a poser right there. Here go a poser. He look like a poser, right there. Seriously, that's a poser. He's a poser. Had nothing to do, it just exactly. Instead of running, that's why he's a poser. Instead of running, he's walking. And he got the whole gear on. He got it literally as I speak. You're like, well, maybe he's done. No, you quit when you get back to, like, if I start right here, if I start running again, you don't quit until I finish. I don't quit until I finish my route. He's all dressed up like he's a runner. He got the little running shoes, and ain't about that they lime green. That's what he's supposed to, yeah, because they're still mad about my coat and the, what do you call it? The vest. So the white boy but no, he's walking with his shirt off, and he's walking. He's a poser. He's dressed like he's supposed to be jogging with his shirt, because the weather right now is 60 degrees. There's no reason for him to he took his shirt off like it's summer, like it's 100 degrees. And like I said, you don't start I'm ex-military. You don't walk. If that's the case, you shorten your route. But like if I start here and I run down around this block, I don't stop running until I get back. You know what I'm saying? You don't quit. You don't never give up. You don't start walking. You don't never give up. You don't start fucking walking. You keep running the whole time. If you feel like walking, you push yourself. You don't walk with a goddamn, with a phone in your hand, some punk ass bitch shit. You keep running no matter what. He's a poser. But I'm glad y'all Democrats are posers and losers like that. That's why you lose, because you're a fucking loser. You go say, oh, you think walking by, with it, dressing like, that's why you lose. And we're grateful to you dummies and losers, posers. But anyway, back to what I was talking about. So today, like I said, as usual, we got off. I've been there through, 3 days now? So when we get off, he say, come, because we're supposed to be there at 7:30, right? Then Friday, he say, be here at 9, which is fine. I get off. And like I said, I ain't make no videos this weekend, right? So today, Friday, we get off. He say, be there at 7. So we get there at 7. My point is, the machines we're supposed to be working aren't running. They're still fixing them. They're welding. That's fine. But now I think they're doing it on purpose. Yeah, it took me this long to figure. And this is big time. They're losing millions of dollars. But the Democrats, they're losing millions of dollars to fuck around, to play fuck around. They're losing millions of dollars to play fuck around, I think. So because soon as I get out the shower, after I got home, because we got off early again, so after I had been home for like 40 minutes, I'm fucking with my sink, unclogging my sink or whatever. Then I go take a shower, because, the sink more important to me. And like I said, we ain't do nothing. We literally standing for 8 hours. I mean, not 8, 7, 6 hours. We ain't stealing time, because they ain't got nothing. We're supposed to be there running these machines or whatever, or at least sorting. All right, so today they're like, come back tomorrow at 8, which is tomorrow, right? So when I get out the shower, as soon as I get out the shower, I hear my phone ringing downstairs. My bathroom's up there. So I said, this better not be my company, the office. So I knew it was them because nobody else calls me. So I get downstairs and sure enough it's them. So the dude, da da da, he says, but he blows smoke up my ass. Oh, you must have made an impression, you know. And this ain't impressing me. This ain't. Oh yeah, I made an impression. That he said, okay, but now because I'm like, yeah, I was finna say he already told me and told all of us to come tomorrow at 8. So now he says no. They say come to 12. Now normally, if they weren't desperate, even a year ago, I would think he's telling the truth. I mean, they're telling the truth, but I think they really still having problems with because they got to put the stuff together, and this stuff is huge, right? I mean, this and that. Is like we got to walk up 2 stories. Yeah, the platform is like about as high as where it's these big ass machines, the sort of stuff. But they know what they doing supposedly, but now all of a sudden they can't get nothing working. And so now I ain't gotta be there till 12 tomorrow. Or none of us, right? So I think what they're doing, they're not trying to make me quit. I think what they're doing, they're trying to make me just make some plans. Seriously, they're superstitious. They're trying to make me depend on this, and I'm not gonna do it. They're trying to make me start, even though I got the money already, they're trying to make me start my plans and then make a video. They probably want me to make a video and tell y'all, yeah, I'm doing this, da 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 da. So I'm thinking we'll see tomorrow. We'll see if it works, or tomorrow if something magically gonna happen. Oh, if it broke again. Now y'all supposed to be, know what y'all doing. I've never been on a job where the people are supposedly this incompetent that they can't get. In Birmingham or here, I worked at a lot of different factories where shit would go down and they get it. It's times, yeah, they send you home because it's gonna take till the next day. But normally, majority of times, because a lot of times it's a job I've been on, right? And actually, we're all kind of happy the machine broke. It actually we brag about it like shit. I was going so fast, doing this and that I broke the fucking machine like John Henry. You know what I'm saying? But they fix, technically you just tired, but they fix it. 30 minutes. Oh, all right. Go on the break room. We'll come get you. And yeah, they fix it. These motherfuckers been fixing on this shit for 3 days. And my point is, why even put in a request for people, for us to run the machines, and you wasn't ready? And I don't want to hear, well, maybe no. If you're a plant manager, you're a foreman, I don't care if you've never been at this job before, you should be able to gauge at what stage you are. You should be able to gauge in 3 more days or 2. It's just like the military. We'll be ready in 2 days. You can't keep saying we'll be ready. Especially in civilian world, that costs money. You have us sitting there 3 days doing nothing for the last 3 days. That's a waste, not just a waste of money hiring us, but that means you told somebody above you on your word, on your name, that you'll be ready last Thursday. We spend the whole, so that's how I know they're full of shit. They're Democrats. They're doing it on purpose. They thought, I don't know what they thought. I was gonna come Thursday and give up. I was gonna look at it and be like, oh, I don't want to be here and leave. No, it's like, this is easy. I never done it before. And then, like I said, I told dude that I know where they get this, because I asked. And it says, I showed you the app. It says dirt. I showed you. It says dirt. You're going to be sifting through dirt. And I asked her, I said, where y'all get this dirt from? I thought we was all thinking it's from the, landfill or something. And he's like, no, this is not dirt. It is right here. Sorted through recyclable materials. And so I asked him, I said, where'd you get the dirt? Where do y'all get it? I'm like, oh, this shit. We're all trying to assuming, like, not trying to, that, I don't know, it just comes from a landfill and they sort through it, kind of like, a sieve, when they used to go mining for gold, right? In the river in the 1800s. I'm like, so y'all just get dirt, and we don't know. We just don't know. We're trying. He's like, no, this isn't dirt. And I told y'all what it was, cause he said, no, actually this is wires, and we chop them up. And when I said, yeah, oh, I know what you're talking about. I said I did that. I said this is so I'm like, this is where it comes. I said I get to see where it comes. This was in 2018. And he looked at me like he thought I was lying or something because of the Democrat, because of y'all. And when I said nope, pull apart, and he knew exactly, but he thought, down there in South Carolina, he's like, oh, what's the name? I said no, up in Charlotte. But I'm like, nah, that one, such and such. But I was telling the truth. I'm like, yeah, cause we even was thinking about it because they was only paying us $10, so we was kind of pissed. Because we know anybody that know about copper, period, we're like, we pulling out these, and what we saying was, we know that if you ever try to take copper back, if it's still wrapped in the wires, you're not gonna get that much. It's called dirty wire. But if you got clean copper, meaning for whatever reason it's pipes or it's wires, but you done melted the wire off yourself, then you get way more money because it's just pure copper, from whatever. Or you could just be lazy and take a whole bunch of wires, and they're gonna give you way less because they gotta, clean it off. So that's what we was thinking. We was like, it was just the copper, and we know that they took. He's like, oh, they chop it up, and that's what this old black dude had told me in 28. He's like, oh, and we saw it. They chop it up. They chop it up into little bits and send it off. So we thinking, we didn't know. I never knew till now where it goes or what type of place it goes to. And so now it's like, to me, I mean, really, they still gonna make big money no matter what, but it's like delaying it for some stupid shit because y'all mad about Trump. That seriously, and mad at me. I'm like, I just can't. I don't care what kind of loyalty. And that's why I think the other little girl there, she ain't got no car, and she's cool. And I try to give her. I think she really likes my advice. She really does. But they're trying to make them mad at me because I won't give them this and that. Every time she try to come up with something, I'll tell her the solution and I'll show her. And they get mad. I'm like, no, you just do this. No, just do this. And she's like, oh no, my stepdad told me no. And I think the other dude, I think even he felt me. He was on my side, like, there you go. That's why you talking about you mad at your family and they won't help you. And da da da. Somebody just gave you the truth. I gave her the truth. And you still, I'm not saying, don't listen to your stepdad, but and then I even asked her. She told me, yeah, he's younger than me. I'm like, see, he's about 8 years younger than me. And not only that, even if he was the same age, it doesn't mean he knows what I know. And it's not a brag. I'm like, I'm giving you gold right here. But hey, keep on, doing what you do. And I just told you, and it's not an easy way, it's a smarter way. Work smarter, not harder. That's where they got y'all Democrats, because we're smarter than y'all. Y'all think we're doing things easy. We ain't taking no shortcuts. We actually took the hard way so long ago, we don't have to that's what happens when you take the hard way first. We took the hard way decades ago. So now y'all youngsters who wasn't even born when we was taking the hard way, these Democrats got y'all thinking, oh, it's my turn. No, it's not your turn. It don't work like that. Because matter of fact, the black dude, like I said, all us black, but the younger dude is three of us, right? He's an athlete. He was an athlete in high school. And so today we're talking, and both of them cool, but what he said, he tried to sound like me, and I appreciate what he said. He's like, well, I like hanging with people who do good and make money because that means my time is next. And I'm like, no, that doesn't guarantee your time is next because you hanging with people. That's just like you was an athlete. If that was the case, just because you're there, that means your time is next. How do you have a Kobe Bryant or any athlete that went to the NBA or pro sports right after high school. So it don't go by being in line. Some people jump the line because they're that good. Everybody don't get to go from high school to the NBA or pro sports. There's only a few. Kevin Garnett. And it ain't just basketball. So you just because you're there with me, don't mean you're gonna get to do the same thing. That's why they keep telling y'all niggas that y'all can. That's what we're talking about. That's Democrat communist shit. If you're not smart enough or good enough, nobody's saying you're a bad person or you're not a human, but you don't deserve that position. We all know that. There's sometimes we don't deserve something. And it ain't about deserving. I don't care how much you done helped other people. You done gave money away. But you don't, this is like you don't get to be a surgeon because you feed the homeless. Nobody wants you working on cutting on them because you feed the homeless. Because you're a good person, air quotes. You're not going to be a doctor because you gave the homeless $5. You always look out. We don't want you to look out. We want you to be good at your job. Smart, good at your job, intelligent, and have a good work ethic. Who wants a lazy doctor? Or a doctor who figured he can pass the class because he was at the homeless shelter instead of studying. He was at the homeless shelter passing out food. I gave food. I deserve an A. No, you don't. No, you don't. We don't need you to pass out food to the homeless. To change your major. Don't be a doctor. Get out of medical school and turn into a goddamn social worker. Change your major to a social worker. Tell everybody you want to be a social worker, not a doctor, because you want to hand out food. It's not a put down. It's just fucking ridiculous. It's stupid. These Democrats, and y'all really literally still fighting for this shit. And like I told you, you're fighting the real smart people. You're not going to beat us. You're stupid. No matter how much I tell you, you still do the same shit. You try something else. Try something else. Try something else. And I tell you, you're going to get punished for it. It's stupid. I gave out food to the homeless. That don't mean you're going to be a doctor or a lawyer or a pilot or anything because you gave out food to in the NBA or the NFL. I give out food to the homeless. So now you're going to be a quarterback and get $30 million a year because you gave out food to the homeless. You're crazy. And y'all don't even think about that. You don't think. That's why you're broke, because you don't think. You don't have no skill, no reasoning skills, none of that. You just listen to what somebody tell you, and it hits your emotions. Yeah, I deserve. No, you don't. Did you put in it don't even matter. Some people, and then that's a fact. There's some people who don't have to put in the work. It is what it is. Just like there are people, like I said, there are people who graduate early. There are people who graduate high school early, 2 years early, 3 years early. Go on to not just medical school, or they might go to MIT, the super nerd school. Graduate MIT by the time they're 20. Is that supposed to be fair? No, but it's not therefore all your fault. It's not a diss on you. It's not a diss on me. You mad because they graduated high school at the age of 15? There's nothing you can do about that. Just stupid. Evil. That shit is evil. Evil and stupid. The worst combination. A stupid, evil motherfucker is the worst goddamn person in the world. Stupid is like, you think an evil genius is the worst? No, a stupid, evil person is the worst. I'd rather deal with an evil genius. All right, so like I said, I ain't got to be to work till 12 tomorrow. So anyway, I'm out here talking shit. But I'm telling the truth. But I'll see what's going on tomorrow. And like I said, these dudes supposed to know. They supposed to know what they doing. but they keep. It's been 3 days now, and they went Saturday. And see, that's what I'm saying. So now I get there. I bet when I get there tomorrow, I'm some kind of snitch. So it's like what? So yeah, that means if you call me a snitch for the first of all, that means you're doing something you're not supposed to be doing, right? That's another thing. You telling on yourself. Oh, you snitched on me. It's like what? Oh, what are you doing that you weren't supposed to be doing? How did I snitch? It's like, you know what I'm saying? And you're doing that in public. Did you at least, usually you try to be cool about it? And like I said, ain't nobody spying on you like y'all spying on me. I'm just saying, you out there talking about you this and that, putting out advertisement. Hey, we need people. Then you should be ready. You supposed to know. You supposed to have gave somebody a timeline, time frame that you'll be ready. All right, so I'm gonna do one more thing, but I'm gonna start another video for this other video because they like I said, these Democrats gone crazy. I'm gonna do another one.